What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a mid taper on my boy, so stay tuned. Now that we're done detailing, we can move on to our Goat FX and start off at the bottom, working our way to the top arch. Make sure to be gentle when there's thin skin, because you could bite them with the teeth of the trimmer if you press too hard. Okay guys, I started making it as a high taper, but then I remembered he wanted a mid taper, so then we turned it into a mid taper. I apologize, but watch how this is transformed. When I made my first guideline, I cut off a lot of the C cup that I was going to cut off anyways, so it actually gave me a head start. Now that we're done botting them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. When I did my first guideline, there was a lot of overhang and I started off very low, so I'm able to use my Goat FX and recover the C cup. So no damage was done, no worries, no worries. This cut came out perfect. Now that we're done botting him out, we can move on to our shave stick, and we're going to apply this before we use our foil shaver so he doesn't bump up. Now that we're done removing the stubble, we're going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done with our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. As you guys can see, I'm mainly using the corners of the blade, making a rainbow shape. Now that we're done softening up the line with the one guard and its lever, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our two guard all the way open and create our fourth guideline. Remember, we're going to use this same guard and its lever to soften up this line and get ready for the 1.5 guard. As you guys can see, now that I'm done softening up the line with the two guard and its lever, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Now we're moving on to our 3 guard all the way open, and this is going to help us connect to the 4 guard on top. Here I'm going into my previous guards like the 2 guard, and I'm detailing as much as possible. Also, as you guys can see, my opposite hand is on the top of his head and I'm pulling the skin, stretching the skin as much as possible. Now we're heading back to the 1.5 guard, and we're going to detail as much as possible using the corners. Now we're heading back to our Go to Effects just to detail the C-cup a little bit more. As you guys can see, this taper is coming out real nice and clean. Now we're detailing with our no guard all the way open, and we're going to use our corners to flick out as much as possible. Now we're going to move on to the other side, and I usually start off at the bottom, working our way to the top arch using the corners of the blade, especially when I'm lining up my C-cups. He does have a lot of overhang over his hairline, so it does look like I'm cocking him back, but he actually has no hair there, it's just overhang. When you're using the trimmers, you want to make sure you go as slow as possible and make sure that the hair is feeding into the teeth of the trimmer, because if you don't, then the hair is going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. When you're lining someone up, you always want to make sure you spend as much time here and take your time. Never rush this part. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support, go ahead and leave for super thanks down below or follow the Instagram. Now that we're done removing the stubble and making sure everything's nice and clean, we can move on to our Turkish razor and Durban premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. When you're using your razor, you always want to keep it at a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone.